Developing news this afternoon, the State Department of Education released all the test scores for third graders across the state. Students in about half of East Tennessee school districts scored below the statewide average for the English portion of the TCAP test.
Now, the statewide proficiency average is about 40%, meaning 60% of third graders face retention. 10 News anchor Brittany Bailey is looking over those scores. She joins us now with them. Brittany.
The sources do show a dramatic split across East Tennessee. In 13 districts, 6 out of every 10 students are at risk of repeating third grade. In 14 districts, the number of students in limbo is lower. Now, the 3 districts scoring the highest on the state test are Maryville City schools at almost 75% passing with a proficient score category, meaning they just move on to the 4th grade. Oak Ridge schools also were higher than most at just below 59% proficient. And then Clinton City schools, they're sitting at 55% proficient. Now to the districts with the lowest scores. Union County saw 22% score proficient, meaning 8 out of every 10 third graders are at risk of repeating that grade. Cott County had 27% and Monroe County had 26% score proficient. Now, those scores are not the final word here. We will see exceptions with parent appeals, summer school, and tutoring. So we won't know the final count in any district of the number of students who must repeat third grade until after 4 weeks of summer school. Right now on WBIR.com, we have a full list of how every district scored and those state averages. Robin and John.
All right, Brittany, thank you for that rundown. Many parents say the TCAP test scores do not reflect how well their students are actually doing in school. Several parents posted on social media worried that their child won't advance to the 4th grade.
10 News did receive some sample questions and reading passages from that test. We want to show you some of those questions right now. During the test, students were required to read passages or short stories, and then after that student was then asked several reading comprehension questions, and we'll hope to show you those very shortly.
And then after finishing a few reading comprehension questions, students then answered some vocabulary and language questions. Students were required to define some words. They were also required to show knowledge of prefixes and suffixes.
Again, we're running through a few of those questions right now. Parents, if your student didn't pass that test, you can appeal that test score. As Brittany mentioned, the state says you have until May 30th to do that. We are still working to get many answers to your questions. Just text us the word TCAP to 865-637-1010. We will send you a list of resources right now that you should know about that test, the third grade retention law, and the next steps for you and your students.